Hello. How's everyone doing today? How's Cal doing today? Congratulations, Cal. You are the final one. You have been chosen to watch me draw things for long periods of time. Hey. Okay, it looks like it's going to be a slow day today. I think everyone's out and about. That's okay. I'm the first and final one. Congrats. You did it. Oh, wait. You got a mug. A mug. Welcome. How are you doing? Let me take a seat. Should I put on the jukebox first to listen to things, or should I just rather find some music to play in the background? What would you all rather? Dealer's choice. Wait, not dealer's choice. I'm the dealer. Player's choice, I guess. We can do jukebox. Okay, cool. I've got it set up at the bottom of my screen. To fill the awkward silence of me existing. I can put a few songs. Go for it. Okie doke. Anyway, I am quite sleepy today. I went to bed at like 2 a.m. last night, and I went to bed at like didn't sleep well the night before. So I'm just like my eyes kind of give me a nice burn whenever I close my eyes for some reason. It's nice. Like it's a burn that you appreciate for some reason.
Dance of Sacrifice, Act 3. Flickering Candlelight.
Oh. Sounds intense. I wonder what it is. Also, thank you for the woo mug. I appreciate it. Was that like an advert or something? I don't know what that was. Oh well, doesn't matter. Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna draw, but I'm gonna start putting pencil to something. Pencil to digital paper. Ooh. There it is again. There's the fancy music. Wrong video. I see. What's this from? Wow. My cursor's actually being pretty responsive today. It's a nice change. Let's see. Ah, God. What on earth should I do with my eraser? Oh yeah, look at all them hearts. They're everywhere. All over the face. All over the screen. Nice. What's everyone been up to? I need to fix my eraser. There we go. That'll help. What the hell? Why is this eraser acting like a brush? And how do I make it stop? I guess I must be working on the bottom layer. That's why. Gosh darn it. Yay! There we go. Huh. Music lags when I start drawing. Pretty weird. Yeah, that's fun. And this blue again to get a pencil sketch. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Now let's just store who's here, right? Alternatively, I could start working on the things that I'm doing for the, what you call it? The grants. I could start working on the grants. That'll help for labs. Come to think of it, Mog, I don't think I've gotten to tell you about that. I've started like a buy me a coffee thing, where I have different grants and each one gets you a different thing. I'm gonna put you in as like one of the chaos grants, simply because, you know, you're very much a part of this channel. I have to send you what that entails sometime soonish. Oh, wait a minute. I think there's something strange going on here. Someone's distracted me by speaking to me, and I'm no multitasker. Oh, that's fair. I'm just trying to see if my chat on my phone is working. It's just saying reconnecting to chat for a long time. For a long time. I was trailing off mostly. There we go. Oh, I got bits. Thank you for the bits, Mog. I appreciate it. I thought those were just hearts. They looked pretty. Anyway, I'm still trying to decide what I'm going to draw. So at the moment I'm just drawing me, and then I'll probably draw Cal and then Mog. Whoop. U plus. Fox. Of course, the fox. Oh yeah, Cal, that's the other thing. For your kindness grant, I've got to like animate you sort of doing a thing, like spending time doing something. So let me know what you'd like your character to be doing. It could be just dancing, or just like wandering around, or you could be like playing a game, or Hitting a fox if you wanted. I was waiting until you realized what they were. Yeah. Sorry about that. It just showed up as hearts, and then when I loaded up my Twitch chat box on my cell phone, it told me that it sent 40 bits. I was like, oh, that explains a lot. I like the hearts. The hearts were cool. Even if you had just only sent me hearts, I would have appreciated those. It was fun. They were all over the screen. It was real pretty. How to animate, Lark? I want to learn too. Seems so hard. It's actually pretty easy. GIF animations, which is what I've pretty much done in my entire life. They're quite straightforward, and Photoshop actually does a very good job of making them simple. Actually, do you want to do that? Shall we learn how to... Shall we go through an animation tutorial and such? That'll be fun. I'd enjoy that. I think there might be a bit of a delay on Twitch. But yeah, let's do it. Okay. So, we're going to do simple sprite pixel animation, because that's how I started off. It'll be pretty straightforward to work with. Custom. Yeah, I'm gonna make it a lot smaller, because like a lot of my work is all pixely and stuff. Anything's good. Cool. Let's do 50, 50, 72 resolution. There we go. Okay, so I've got to zoom in all the way until it's... You can literally zoom no more. And if you can see the grid, then that helps a lot. Gonna go to my pencil tool. There we go. Oh, I might be zoomed too much in. Because that's a... yeah. That'll work. Zoom out a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So, for Cal's sake, let's animate a little fox. I need to not work on the background, that's for sure. Okay, what I normally do, by the way, is I make each frame on a separate layer, and then after that I activate Photoshop's GIF animation mode. Let's... let me just work by... I'm also pretty good at just working by mouse with this kind of thing. What should we have this fox do? Hey! Treasure, welcome. How you doing? We're going through the basics of animation. You like cookies? Good, I don't have any. But if you have, share them. You better like cookies responsibly. Like cookies in such a way that Other people who like cookies can have cookies. Or don't like cookies and just give me all the cookies. I'm happy to work with either of one of those two. Also, welcome back. It's been a while since I've seen you. How's France? Maybe I'll just have the wolf walk, I guess? I could do a short 3-frame animation of a wolf walking. Probably. Although, honestly, when I think about it, wolves generally need more than 3 frames. How simple should we go? France is French. Oh, Super Unipig was right then. Wasn't he? At least it still is. It'd be worrying if it wasn't. Oi oi. Wee. Yummy baguette. I like baguettes. I rarely have them though, because they're like a treat. Oh dang. It's weirdly difficult to come up with something to animate on the spot. Like normally whenever I animate I have a cause for it. But now, like, I've got the idea of a wolf, but what does the wolf do? What does it say? These are things that are kind of important in animation, because once you start drawing it, you gotta commit. And then you gotta draw it a bunch of times. Let's do a simple fox. Maybe add in one more. There we go. It's gonna be a pretty dumb looking fox. I've got the basic of baguette is delicious. Got the basics of French, and now I remember that it's class I've taken in school and I'm getting nervous. You used to really hate that class too, if I recall. I don't think anymore. There was a time. Anime Lark cheering or something. I have so many Anime Lark cheering. Look at me. Look at all my cheers. Okay, it takes some time for my cheers to show up, but I have them. I have many cheers. See, look, there's me cheering some more. You French. You German. Lark really vibe. Animate Hicks being angry. I have so many Hickses being angry. Like literally, like as many times as I cheer is the number of times that Hicks is angry. Make the fox bark. I could do that. I'll give him an idle animation and a bark. How about that? There we go. Okay. Let's have that be the shadow and main paw. No, that doesn't work. That one should be the main paw. This one should be the shadow. Shadow. This is honestly a pretty low resolution animation to what I've been doing lately. Now look at it, but it's okay. How many Georges do you have? Oh, you have asked a loaded question, Mog. Like, I haven't revealed how many Georges I have. Ooh, how about we tour a game I'm making? Would anybody like that? It's not art. I mean, it's not art, but I made art for it. And it's related to how many Georges I have. It'd be fun to show it off, too. And then I can show you the animations for George, and you can see how it happens. Can we do that as well? What does that mean? Quite. Okay. Alright. Let me just put it up quick. I don't understand what the koi was meant to be. Cool? Okay. Into the galaxy. Okay, okay. Yeah, that does make more sense. So so I'm basically going to show you the process backwards, right? To get like full context as to where things are going. Oh wait, Treasure has to go. Oh crap, how'd I miss that? Oops, bye Treasure. Hope you have a good evening or day or night or whatever. See you. Okay, I'm just busy waiting for Steam to start up because then I've got to build up RPG Maker, which is what I do a lot of things in for no good reason, if I'm honest. Like, I don't think I think it's about as simple as Game Maker Studio when you try to do things out of your standard RPG. So I might as well have learned Game Maker Studio, and I did to some extent. I don't know, I really enjoy, like, really testing to see what RPG Maker can do. Open project. There we go. Because it's spam canon. Fair enough. Okay, alright. Just about ready. Just waiting for the game to boot up. Any or not. Any laugh. I think it's a bit slower because of all the things running. That's fine. It's a small game. It'll be fine. Stream really went from drawn to animated to George real quick. It really did, and 0 to 10 flat. But I am also sleep deprived, so I might be quite scattered at the moment. Aha! It's nearly booted up. I get the sleep deprived part. Not me. I slept, but not me. I slept 3 hours today. To be fair, you have slept less than I have. Maybe I'm rookie at this. Okay. Welcome to Best Fun, Heaven and Hound. It's a small game I've been working on for some time. It's a platformer and RPG maker, which to be honest is not something anyone should ever do. What you can see is run cycle along here. There's the ups about. We've got some jumps. Okay, so there's a lot of artwork in here that's still kind of a work in progress. I've gone through numerous art directions, so you never quite know what you're going to get. It's a game with George as the main character, yeah! It's called Best Fun, Heaven and Hound. Basically, my pets from when I was a child were kind of a big part of my life. So I kind of made up a story where he goes to sort of find them and, you know, track them down and things like that. In order to do that, he has to get through the 9 rings of... what? The 9 collars of Dog Heaven. So you can hop along. This is a checkpoint. Get a little bird guy over here named Toppy. Toppy is another pet that I had as a child. A little bird. It's helping George on his quest. So if I ever, let's say, tumble off into the abyss, he brings me back up here. George can turn. This is a template. I did not make her. She's going to be an NPC, but she's also probably not going to be a human. Whenever I see George, I feel the most adorable bunny ever, but it feels like kill me at any moment. That's why I chose him as a video game character. I mean, that's basically Kirby when you think about it. Okay, little dog clouds. They're the fluffy ones. There are cats in Dog Heaven. Oh, hey Super Unipeg. Welcome to my art stream. I'm going through animation, but I want to show it a little bit more back to front, so to speak. So I'm showing bits of a game that I've been working on, and then I'm going to reverse it and show how the animation happens, etc, etc. Didn't get them... oh, well, I've just told you what I missed, so that's fine. But yeah, it's weird. Twitch has been kind of shy on the notifications for some reason. I'll die from adorable. Okay, so this is a cat in Dog Heaven. The idea here is that this right over here is the funny dog collar. In which case, all the funny looking dogs wind up once they, you know, pass on. Because of that, you often find people who say that their cat thinks it's a dog because they grew up around dogs and things like that. So, and it would be kind of mean if that cat were to then pass on and not get to see, you know, its pet sibling. So they wind up as funny looking dogs in the funny dog collar. It's worth noting George isn't dead or anything. He's fine. This is just him visiting. The idea originated basically from me watching George and how he'd often zone out and stand completely still for long periods of times. And I kind of just always wondered if maybe he's just astral projecting himself to weird worlds and such. I don't know. I have a very bored mind sometimes. George Sim. When is George coming to Smash Bros? Better be already there. I'm sure he's the final character. I'm so sure. Here we go. Ow. So when you get hit by a dog, I haven't made the animation, but they'll basically just start barking at you and you get knocked back to the previous checkpoint. Ow. Dang it. He's hiding behind a tree. You can jump over dogs, you cannot jump on dogs. This is a big dog. He's friendly, but he's blocking the road. You can't jump over him. Oh god. Not bad. But kick this ball. There we go. He'll give chase. Ah, god. I didn't jump far enough. Is this a video game you made yourself? Yes, it is. Can we have an R-Twitch thing? There's an and that sounds kind of similar. But they might not work while I'm playing this game, because I have to switch the focus. And yeah, this is a game I've been making over a couple of years, but it's gone through quite a lot of different, like, restructuring and changes. I got dung. Okay, so the other thing is that you jump further by moving at the same time as jumping. And if you jump still, you jump a little bit shorter. It's kind of key to knowing how to get around this place. Oop. You can also hold still and turn around like that. Ow. God dang. Level design is probably my least favorite part, because I overthink it. Like, I've spent so long on this one world. On what engine? It's on RPG Maker. Which is a stupid thing to do, because RPG Maker is not made for games like this. But I kind of enjoy making things out of things that don't normally make them. I don't know, I'm dumb like that. Probably wasted a lot of my own time. These are some big dogs. You can't jump over them. I can also show you my wall jump. Oh god! I wall jumped too high. But yeah, using that you can sort of get up onto secret areas and things that you otherwise couldn't. Yeah, oh, dang. I don't want to be that guy, but there is an occasional lag that throws me off. The idea is basically that you have to find a certain dog in each collar, and you get to freely explore the place while you do. Oh god, I forgot about the trick for those guys. I remember complaining to myself the other day that this level was too easy. How ironic is that? I mean, it probably still is, but the fact that I keep dying reassures me a little bit. Dang it! Trouble is that because I want to make it so that we have infinite respawns. I'm gonna use my secret technique. Ah! That's probably a glitch. I should probably fix that some stage. Okay, so you gotta hide over something that they constantly jump over like that. Yay! Oh, I just want to get to the combat of the game, because George does defend himself when needs be. Just not against these particular spirit creatures, because these are dogs that haven't quite figured out that they can be they can look however they want in this world, so they just look like ghost dogs. That's a glitch. Look at that, I'm not even moving. Enjoy the elevator music. I am. Let me get to the checkpoint, there we go. Note to self, fix that glitch. Okay. So, these guys I haven't animated yet. But the idea is that if they see you, they'll hunt you down. The only way you can get to them is if you attack them from behind. You can also stun them though, with a thumb. Bam. Basically the direction that you're facing in this game, like the positioning between you and your opponent is kind of key. You'll automatically kick them if you face them from the right area, but if you don't, you'll get hit and sent back to your previous checkpoint. Oh. Dang it. Unfortunately, I still have a life system on this, but I've shown you what I need to. Okay, so, now that you've explored that, I can show you a sprite sheet for George. I'll show you the run in particular because I think that's the most detailed. RPG Maker itself generally has a limit of 3 frames per animation. There are plugins and such that can help increase that though, that I usually use. I believe George's movement animation is about 4 frames. Let me just head on over. Okay, let me just find this right one. To try making this in Dreams, I make my video games then, it's easy and doesn't feel like boring work or anything. I just feel like, I just feel like playing a game while making one. For me, I've tried to make a game in Dreams, but to be honest, working on like the actual controls for a game, working on the actual game using only like a keyboard, not a keyboard, sorry, a controller, I found that really difficult to get used to. So I didn't settle into it too well. Plus I do have some concerns about Dreams in that only other people with Dreams can play it. And like, literally, Super Unipig, you're the only one I know personally who has Dreams. And I've only found out about you like a couple of weeks ago. So I've always tried to make sure that I get a platform that if I ever do release a game, anyone can play it. I don't know if I enjoy playing games on Dreams, but I don't know if I ever would feel motivated enough to make a game on Dreams alone. Okay, so here you go. This is a sprite sheet, right? It has 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 by 4 at the moment. Makes sense, I guess, yeah. Still though, I still really want to play one of your games in Dreams sometime. That's part of why I want to do that, is because, like, I don't know, I think that there's something great to somebody playing your game. But I also think that for platforms like Dreams, it's kind of hard to find somebody that you actually know who will actually be able to play it. Plus, I'm just genuinely curious about what people come up with. That Hidden Letters game that we played last time was amazing. It was genuinely one of the coolest experiences ever. Yeah, I got some Mars. Thank you. Okay. So, this, for example, that's the idol. He's mostly still, he just wiggles his nose. And you do the down facing, left facing, right facing, and up facing. Accidentally selected one more. Nah. And basically you just put them next to each other. You gotta make sure that they're the right distance away from each other and everything's aligned right, otherwise it winds up being very shaky. The run as well. The run's the main reason why this takes 4 frames. Because I couldn't fit a normal looking run into anything less. And that's these over here. So, there are different ways people do it. They do tweening or they do frame by frame. I usually wind up doing frame by frame personally. And that is probably less planny, I guess. Like, it basically means that you're making it up as you go along. You do one frame, you do the next frame, you do the next frame, you do the next frame. Some people use a method called tweening where they do, for example, like if I were to just draw a little stick figure and he's crouching. Right, that'll be the first frame. And then they'll do the last frame, or like a major keyframe where it's a big difference, like he's jumping all the way up. And then people would do the frames in the middle that transition from this one to this one. And that's fun and all, but I kind of find that I only know where I'm ending up once I get there, sort of thing. Like, it's good to plan the motion, but the problem is that if you find that you've made this one's legs too long from this one and you're trying to make up for that in between, that can be difficult. So I think that going just from the beginning to the end is normally easier to work with from the at the start of it all. Let's see. I've made a game in Dreams. Not really a game, more of a short experience game. I only have one level left until it's finished, and in the wild. Then I'll mainly focus on more big serious projects. Well, that's really cool. I'm looking forward to playing it. But I get why you don't like it. Yeah, it's a shame. Like, I really like Dreams. Like, it has a lot of potential. It's just that it's kind of limited to one place. Which is, I don't know, I think that's a bit disappointing. I'd love to try and pick up Unity or something like that. But that takes a lot of learning. And I haven't had the time. Yeah, let me get off my butt and get back to my desk. There we go. By the way, if you're wondering, this entire overlay is also made in RPG Maker. That's how much I dedicate myself to RPG Maker for no good reason. I'm mad, I say, mad. I should probably just be like a YouTuber and use like, you know, CC Animate or 2D Live or something like that. I've been looking at them, but I like that there's a lot of video game elements that I can install into this plugin. Keep track of things. There's a lot of potential here. But it's all still work in progress. But I kind of like that I can build up this little overlay as I go. Right, boop. Let me work on this fox some more. I like this song. What song is this? It's Alberto's theme. Is that a Genshin Impact character? Somehow it felt like it was more from a platformer. Let me even out the perspectives here. Third favorite, in fact. Well, it is really cool. I get that. Used to be my favorite like a month ago. Nice. Well, what's your new favorite? Have I already heard it? Did you already play it? While I was ranting about rabbits? There we go, relatively simple fox. Let me add some color to it. Although I could probably put this fox into the labs when I'm done with it. Let me just see if it's got the right resolution for it. It's kind of boxy. It's kind of a boxy fox. Let me just give myself for a scale comparison. There we go. God, I really struggled with that one, didn't I? Jesus. Okay. Another one. Oh. I have a lot of files to go through here. Not sure I'm in the right folder. Oh, that's why I'm not in the right folder. I'm a fool. One sec. Look, there's many of me. Goodbye, many of me. Oh, okay, wow, no. I've made this fox way too small. Look at that. Okay, hang on. Goodbye to so many Larks. Goodbye, Larks. Oops. There we go. Okay. So here's another thing that you need to learn about, like, pixel animation. Is we can resize this, but if we size it as it is, it'll wind up very blurry and not all pixely. And I like pixely. I don't know why. Just like the aesthetic of an old video game, to some degree. There we go, that's about the right size. So when you increase the size of an object, make sure its interpolation is set to nearest neighbor. You'll find it's usually set to bilinear, cube, etc, etc. It can distort the pixels a little bit though. As you can see, it's looking a bit out there. But that's fine, I'm gonna work on it from here. That's why you're better off resizing it first, once it's in the rough, and then work on it. There we go. The only problem is that I don't think the line work will be as... Well, it will probably be too thick as it is now. To put in with the lab, so I have to thin it out a little bit as we go. Give him little feats. Be surprised how much a single pixel can really like change what something is. It's aesthetic. Now I want to delete something, I just take the selector tool and like kill off some of the blocks. Probably killed off the wrong blocks there. Back blocks. Yeah. Maybe what I'll do is that. There we go. Okay, at the moment the box is transparent, which is not ideal. I'm gonna make sure the contiguous is selected on, so I can just fill it all in. I also like to work with a colored background sometimes, especially when I'm working with my Larkison Labs black and white style. Makes it easier to see what is and isn't painted. So there we go. I feel like I missed the tail. And the tail's supposed to be white. What's wrong with me? I done goofed. And I done goofed again because I painted the wrong layer. Ooh. There we go. Reminds me of Undertale. Yeah, it does kind of. I think the aesthetic was inspired partly by that when I went into pixel form, but in the beginning it was originally Persona based. People often say that, like, Undertale's graphics are the worst part of it. I kind of disagree a lot. I think that the way that everything's drawn and stylized in that game add a lot to the aesthetic and the feeling of it. I feel like if people made like a full color version, like I often see some people do, it'll remove a lot of like the ominousness from it. A lot of areas where I think it relies on it. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure that Undertale was made under a budget, but I think that you can do a lot with just a little bit. Undertale does so much. So I'm spending a lot of time on this one pose for him. But that is the useful thing about working on a computer, is that you can edit the poses afterwards. I'm probably going to use that for a lot of the frames, because we're not going to have the fox do a whole lot. He's going to like bounce back and forth a bit the same way I do when I idle, and then bark. So I really like Undertale's design here. I know that they released an art book for it a while back. I really want to get it. I don't know if it even ships to South Africa though. Also, it came with the game and everything, which I already owned. And, like, I have a habit of like getting an art book and then like looking at it once and then never again. He needs little, there we go, little, I don't know what you call these little tufts of fur on the chest. But there we go, he's got one now. There we go, open up the legs a little bit. In the back. Oh god, what did I do with the muzzle? The muzzle's so jagged. Could cut someone with that face. There we go. Diagonal cuts like that is a bad idea because it makes things slightly transparent. I'm better off doing this. Agreed. Please. Ah, yeah, Puffy's works. It's a manly Puffy's chest fur. Oh god. I didn't mean to make all on you. I'm sorry for your precious face. There we go. My cross hatching is that something I do a lot. Although there's some areas where it's not really necessary. Like I don't know, I always cross hatch too much first, and I'm like, oh that's just dumb. There we go. And then maybe for the air as well. Yeah, but cool. Although his legs are way too thick still. Dang, yeah, those are some thick legs. Just the line work though. The leg, like, thickness is fine. But, you know. Don't know how you get by bumping those outlines around. Probably make too much noise. I can imagine it'd make a very, like, pushy noise. Such outlines. That looks better. I should do the same with the tail. There, that's better. That worked. Oh. Hey, Nocturnal. We're animating a fox. How you doing? You could... That back's too straight. You could balance the table off that. I mean, balance the table. What am I saying? You could balance some trays and a teacup off that. There we go. That's better. Okay. Now let's do the other frames. So, very simple animation to do here is one that I use quite a bit to make it look like, I don't know, just to add some spark to their, what you call it? Add some life to them. Simple bounce animation. I think you'll find most characters in Larkison Labs do that. I don't know, I think it's fun. Plus, if there's a rhythm going on and everything's caught to it, it looks kind of nice, like everything's bouncing along to that rhythm. It's also very easy to do though. So, make him lean backwards and stretching his legs a little bit, just by 1 pixel. Maybe move that crosshatch down. In this case, there we go. I'm not good at naming my frames, and that's going to come back to bite me. Yeah, and this one will have him bounce forward. It'd be like... something's off there, because I divided at the wrong place, that's why. I'm such a dumb... Hang on. How's everybody doing? I'm still sleep deprived. Somewhat, but otherwise good. There we go. Grand. Alright. So now we've got 3 animations, right? Let me just cut this one up. I'm just gonna make it in a new file as well. Simply because I've got myself sitting around in this one. And the fox needs to learn how to pop by itself. Come on, there we go. Okay, frame number 2. hope I selected the right one. Is it back? It's back, and this one's normal. Okay, I've placed them all in, but I need to make sure that they all are sitting in the right place. I feel like this guy's just floating. Can probably give him a little more space too. There we go. Okay, a good way to make sure that everything's positioned on top of each other so they line up. Let's turn on opacity for the layer. Move to the next one. Turn that off. Opacity again. Oops. Turn it off. Move to the next one. Make sure that So what I'm looking at here is the anchor point. You can see everything else looks blurry, but the legs, these bottom ones, are just fine. And essentially when you got someone standing on the ground, you want to make sure that the one thing that doesn't move is their feet. Unless they're running or something, but if they're just standing there, then they need to make sure that their feet are always going to stay in the same place on the ground, because your feet just don't slide around, you know. It's not how that works. There we go. Okay. Now, this is the... hang on, which one's the shortest one? I need to turn these opacities back on. 100%. 100%. Okay, this one's the shortest one, so it goes in the middle. And these are the two tall ones, and then we need to duplicate this one. So this is a 4-frame looping animation. There we go. That's there. Can't even see them really. So he's leaning back, bounces down a little bit, bounces forward a little bit, bounces down a little bit, and then it just loops back from the beginning. Now we can make a cycle out of this. They don't whoopsie? Oh. Oh, right, the feet don't slip around on the ground. I mean, if you was due, you might... I don't want to say see a doctor, but maybe check the soles of your shoes out, because I think they might have gotten rid of all the treading on the sole, and it's just making you slide around. Right. Now, if we go to the workspace option and change it to motion, we can use Photoshop's animation feature. Now, I'm making this version that won't be in the Larkison Labs, but it's a nice GIF picture that you'll be able to see anytime and put it online or wherever you like, you know. So you'll probably, when you open it up, it'll probably won't say create frame animation. It'll probably say create video timeline, and you don't really want that. You can make a video out of it, but then it'll be like an MP4 or something, and that's not really what we're going for. We just want a standard GIF animation. So make sure that's changed to create frame animation. And then when you click that, it'll take each different layer and you'll be able to use them as different things. So this is the first frame, it's 0 seconds long. We should probably increase that. I always have to feel it out as to whether it's 1 second or 2 seconds, etc. Okay, for this one we want this first one. So it'll show you basically each different frame will have a different view. So because this is the only one that's got the little eye, it's the only one that will be in this frame. And then you create new. Now it creates a copy, but in this second frame we want it to be layer 2. And then you just repeat that. There we go. Okay, 1 second is definitely too slow. Also, I probably could have added more leaning back and forth for the feet. Let me speed it up a bit though. 2, 2, 2, 2. There we go. That looks a little more joyful. But yeah, you could lean a little more. Look at it. So, let me just... Ow, stop playing. Stop your bop. Thank you. It'll be this one. And let me just delete these frames again. There we go. Oop. Just to make sure that I select the same ones on both. Ow. Get rid of that stray pixel over here. Maybe fix up that, because that looks a bit odd. I'm using the white one. There we go. Let me see how that one works. Up. It's worth noting that this is frame by frame animation. You get much different versions of animations, for example, After Effects and Adobe Animate. They don't usually use frame by frame. There's a lot of tweening involved there. And I can show you the guys that sometime, but I don't know, this is more of a hobby. This kind of animation right here is more of a hobby for me. Yeah, look at him rock back and forth. So, that's the primary animation, right? But there's still a lot of things that don't really look right. I mean, the tail is completely static. Maybe we could have the ears sway back and forth too, because there's motion and these things would follow through. So, let's stop it. Oh, not what I meant to do. Up. Yes, kill them all. Okay, so when you think about the tail, right? When it sways back, you gotta sort of remember it flapping like back. So there'll be part of it that's still catching up with the rest. So if you take this tail and you pinch it a little bit. Okay, that line looks a little bit broken, but these are also very on-model animations. You'll find that better quality animation, ones with higher budgets and things like that, tend to... Well, nah, actually, I guess that's not right. A good way to put it. Let's just say a different style is to be more off-model. It makes your character look more squishy and malleable. But in the world of cartoons, I think that's kind of a good thing. You know, it's more expressive. A good example is if you look at Pokemon Sword and Shield and then you look at Pokemon Sun and Moon. That's the biggest example. Sun and Moon uses a lot of off-model animation, whereas Sword and Shield has a lot of on-model animation. People like not Sword and Shield. Sorry, not Sword and Shield, X and Y. I'm talking about the anime, not the games. So you know. You know, the one with Ash and his adventures. It's already looking cute, so thanks. I like it as well, but the added detail in the animation is always fun. Plus, you know, it's something I can teach here. Okay, so that's moved down a bit, with noting that the character's also bopped up. So if we make the ears have a bit of delay to flop, and sometimes this is kind of unnecessary. For example, when you think about, they call it jiggle physics. You know, for like games like Dead or Alive and stuff like that. Like there's just unnecessary animation in the breasts, and breasts aren't like that as far as I can tell. Not that I have a pair, but you know, like when you think about it logically. Oh, I'm talking way too much about this. I'm gonna move on. Okay. Oh, Mario's nose also has jiggle physics in some games, which is, by the way, very weird because noses don't work like that. But it's expressive. I'm not gonna talk about whether or not jiggles physics are necessary. I think they make it look really weird. But in this case, I feel like Fox's ears wouldn't really flop this much. But for the sake of animation. Oh, Mario's nose wasn't natural anyway though. That's true. Nothing natural about a nose like that. Okay, this one has him leaning forwards. So the tail will be more out in this case. There. I really like this kind of animation. It's just so charming. I feel like I might have messed up on the ears with the previous one. We'll find out though. The thing about animation is if there's something wrong, you'll see it. This animation is basically just like running pictures over and over again, one after the other, so it's very easy to compare what you did before and what you did after. For better and worse. But yeah, to be honest, I should have been paying more attention with what I did with the ears the first time round, because now I'm busy making it up on this. Yeah, so it might look a bit uneven. There we go. Okay, let's give it a try, shall we? By the way, if I sound very critical of myself, don't worry, I'm not like being mean to me. It's just how I think through my problems in a way. Might as well just do 3. Nope, this one. Here we go. Let's see if it's any better. Yeah. Now he's vibing. Every artist is his own worst critic. It's true. It's because we see all the things that we do. But, and like every smaller detail in a piece is like sometimes is like 30 seconds to 10 minutes to an hour to an artist. So like any flaw that we do see shows up all the more. He's really vibing now. Yeah, I like the music that he's vibing to too. Makes him sound like he's in a fighting game. Oh. Oh, it's back. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Now it's time to put them in the labs. Stop, little fox, stop. Okay. What we need is a spreadsheet. I always do the lazy thing and just use a template. Imagine this is the boss fight. Oh wait, that was a previous thing. I wonder if... Sorry, I didn't see this earlier message. I wonder if at one scene in the game, Carl shows up with a knife and you have to cork it. Honestly, it's kind of inevitable if you ask me. I could see that happening. But if you guys look at the Chaos Grant here, in my buy me a coffee thing, that's basically what I'm trying to do, is make mini bosses out of anybody who pays that much forwards. I kind of want to do that in the stream in general, not just for like people give me money, but like also I'm gonna make up characters and maybe make them do that. You never know. But it's like I have a lot I want to do. It's Todd. It is Todd. I forgot about Todd. Never mind, there's already Fox in the game. Yeah, that's true. Maybe I should draw a falcon next. Although I don't know if Falco is really a falcon. Is that what falcons look like? I feel like no. Okay, so I'm gonna steal my own spreadsheet here. So more of me again. Let me go back to this and I'm just gonna steal each one. There we go. And then place them over. So this is the idle section, that's the walking section. This one only has 3 frames, so it'll fit in. Because Lark is also very lazy, I only did 3 frames. Don't judge me. But you'll find RPG Maker has a very specific way of animating things without a plugin. And that is, if you take a look at the walking animation, it's easiest to see this. What RPG Maker does is it plays the images in the sequence. Center, left, center, right. Center, left, center, right. And that's worth remembering when you're like putting these things in order. So I don't need 4 frames, I only need 3 frames because it's going to repeat this middle frame. There we go. Wait, that's the side leaning one. Crap. But this is the idle, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay then. Okay, the left. Yeah, this is the other thing, is remembering how to divide things. So what a spreadsheet does is it takes the entire set, right? And it remembers, okay, so each animation is only 3 frames. 1, 2, 3 frames. But in the spreadsheet there is 1, 2, 3, 4 animations. This one's my walk, this one's my run, they're exact same, don't judge me. So what it does is it'll take basically no matter what size the spreadsheet is. So if it's like this big, it'll take all of this and then divide the height by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And it'll divide the width by 12 and the height by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because there's room for more animations down here. And then it will measure each sort of frame by that. Now you can, so basically what you can do if you want to figure out what space these things fit into is do the math and figure that out. But in this kind of case I prefer to just try to find like a constant anchor point and then make sure that the anchor points for your fox lines up with the anchor points there. I am probably explaining that terribly, if I'm honest, but I was not expecting to lecture today. Don't judge me. Practice makes perfect. Stay at home, kid. Something. I don't know. There we go. Okay. Todd the Fox only has left and right animations. I should be doing like front and back ones as well. But I don't think we'll have time for it. It's already like nearly 5 o'clock, so I'm just gonna give him only lefts and rights. Where's this song from as well? This one I'm pretty sure I've heard on stream, and I think you also told me where it comes from as well, but I don't know. There we go. I'll minimize that frame, and we have the idols. So now let me just export. All my animations are PNG. I like PNG. I don't know why. I think they allow for higher quality, but I don't think it really matters when it's small GIF animations. It'd save a lot more space by doing GIF. I have a lot of bad habits, it's worth noting, as you can see. I know I probably shouldn't just talk about them, but I like honesty. Besides, like, this is my hobby. I'm relaxed here. This is my own safe space. No judge. No judge. I know it's already been so much and I haven't made my Lark Arts character. Crap. It's okay, Cal. I'll find a way to fit you in. Somehow. We'll do it. Okay. Gonna name it Foxy for the heck of it. How much is 20% of X plus 6? Wait, don't you have to solve for X first? How do you figure out what X is in that situation? I don't know. The dramatic music says that this is a you problem. Good luck. Okay, I'm gonna do something offset quickly. Because I don't want to show you guys the whole process of everything I do. I don't think you guys particularly want to find out the entire process. I might as well snazz it up. Besides, I often consider doing something like this. Ah, where's Pop? Oh, right, it's... There you are. I don't know what this is going to do to the overlay, but it'll be fun. There we go, it's processing. Won't be a moment. Wait, you got it. What is it? Cal, tell us. Tell us what X is, or 20% of X is. So X plus 6 minus 20% equals 2X minus 24. Ugh, jeez, I hate this level of maths. Not for me. Cal, figured it. You got this. I like how dramatic the music is while Cal is doing solving for X's and such. It's fitting. You got this, bud. Child, you can do it. I don't know math. No, Cal, you can't give up on us. You were the chosen one, Cal. You're going to math for all of us. Don't you cancel out the X's? Maybe? I'm more willing to trust Nocturnal on this one. She taught me how to do the house method. Like, 20 years after I should have learned that. Okay. So the fox is in the scanner, and it'll be here later. But in the meantime, let's work on something else. There. Nocturnal did it. Good job, Nocturnal. I meant to... There we go. Nicely done. I know there's an app that can help you solve math problems with just a picture. I don't know... I don't have it, so I'm pretty much useless. That exists already? God. 2021 has such weird priorities. But I guess that's a more useful one. Honestly, I don't know if I'm right. You just really should not trust me. I know grade 3 maths and that's pretty much it. It's more maths than I remember. Percentages I'm pretty good with. To some extent. It's the solving for X that I haven't done in pretty much forever. Like, I might have done some during coding, because I always wind up doing complicated equations, but I never think about it as the equation. I'm never like, oh, this situation is a solve for X problem. I'm always just logicking my way through it in its particular relevance and not associating it with any kind of math. So it means when somebody does ask me math questions, I'm still kind of useless. Oh, Unipick has it. What you got? You have a calculator? Wait, you can use a calculator for this entire time? You had us panicking for our lives. Do you use the calculator? I am your good. I mean God, I assume? That or you're just that good. Couldn't an Apple tells me that's complicated, but isn't that basically just cancelling out the X's? I don't know. Gotta love the boss music in it. This feels like a boss situation, if I'm honest. I'm pretty tense. Hey, the fox is ready. Okay guys, we'll be right back. One sec. Hey! The fox made it. Hey fox, how you doing? He's not doing a lot, that fox. But he's here. And he's adorable. Hey, he's all fixed. Good job. Alright, is this fox popping right? Let me check. I think there might be something off about this fox. Hang on. Hold on a sec. Oh no. No. This fox is defective. It's a defective fox. It only leans back, it doesn't lean forwards. It's because I copied the wrong animation at some point. See, look, he only leans back. He goes lean back, down, lean back. Curses! Somebody get this fox out of here. I'm upset. We need to fix this. Sorry, fox. Do you need work? Time to get this done. How did I mess this up? Okay, that's standard, yeah. That's lean forwards. Why didn't lean forwards come through? I copied it. I'm upset. Embarrassed myself in front of all you people by making a defective fox. How will I live with what I've done? I brought that fox into this world and I have to take him out of it. It's messed up, you know? Hmm. Gosh darn it. Go on, you fool. I'm pressing Alt. Ah, fine. There. Thank you. There we go. Takes her. Lean back. But wait. Isn't the answer? Apparently the answer is supposed to be 24, so my brain is also defective. We're having a defective fox day. Both of you and I were out fox, it seems. I'm sorry to hear, Super Unipig. Highlight a message H. If you take the previously highlighted message from some time ago, I guess yesterday, the highlighted message we have is eh. Okay. This fox should be fixed, so let's click export. toy. There's a rat. Eh. Yeah, that's about right. That's what we wound up with. You know, I think next time I try to import life into Larkison Labs, I'll attach like a self-destruct button onto it, just so I can get rid of it, because it's really bugging me that it's sitting on screen, leaning back constantly. I just hit a self-destruct button and then it'll be gone. But I can't get rid of it now. Not until the new fox comes in. Because this one's probably judging me a lot for everything I've said about it. It's trying to move away, but it doesn't have any animations for walking. It's stuck in place. Trying to lean back in order to escape. Yeah, that sounds about right. Riddle me this, everyone. Where can you find a fox that can't move? Right where you left it. Fox lives matters. I guess. Todd would never judge. Well, this isn't Todd, this is Arlene. Arlene to the left. A lot. Hey! The new fox is on its way. We'll be right back after this commercial break. I'm lying, there's no commercial break, I'm a fraud. In any case, whoop. Do. At a very base level. I mean, it's literally like the very fundamental of what a fox does is live, start, exist, I guess. The real Todd is here now. Yes, he is. Welcome, Todd. Welcome, Todd, to your new world. Look at the crowd cheer for you. Everybody loves Todd. Todd the fox, everyone. Welcome, Todd. So glad to have you around, my foxy bud. Todd has arrived. Oh. Alright. We will keep Todd at Larkison Labs for a very long time. He is. Todd is now canon to Larkison Law. What a special day. Cal, for your kindness grant, do you want to be petting Todd? You could pet the Todd. If that is what you so wish. I want Todd as my pet. Todd, are you willing to adopt? To be adopted? Lean forwards twice for yes, lean backwards twice for no. Todd, come on, make up your mind. Which one is it? You're all over the place, Todd. I think Todd needs time to process this request. We'll check back later. You know what? Sure, let me pet Todd. That sounds good. I'll work on that then. Was the fox from Fox in the House Todd or Tag? I don't know. I never really got to fully watch that movie. I just assumed that it was Todd because that was the context of this entire thing. I thought. Maybe. Who knows? We could also just call him the Fantastic Mr. Fox. Who's to say? Okay, what's the time? 5:13. I feel like Cal does need to make cameo somewhere, but it's gonna have to be quick. I don't think I can do Cal's full animation in this setting. Or at least not for the Lark Arts. How shall Cal appear? I'll just draw Cal quick. Yeah, quick drawing would be the easiest option. We got this. Alright, the moves might not work because I'm drawing. Sorry. Sounds like we've run out of music. Who knew? Oh, there it is. We're good. Hmm. I know what to do instead. Once my Photoshop is responding. Good grief. And drains at pause. I need to go to the dentist tomorrow and I'm not prepared for that level of anxiety. Is it a serious thing or is it just a checkup? It's like a checkup's not so bad. It just pokes around in there. And then you're good. There we go. It's always serious because somehow they always manage to find something that they need to fix. Oh, it's how they make their living, I guess. Calm things down from the dramatic boss music that was meh. It's too much cheekbone. Undo the cheekbone. Also, I need to turn my workplace back out from a frame animation. Back to the essentials. There we go. It's better. Where's cheekbone? I'm still using my pencil brush, that's why. There we go, classic cartoonist, that's the one I like. Oh god. Have it on a bit strong there. Oops, something wrong happened there. Eh. Had two, went through tutorial character themes, we fought the boss, that is math, and now in the relaxing part. Here, had two black holes, so they drilled through it. Ooh. Told me to open my mouth so they can physically put their... What? The what? In there? That's alarming. Done with math today, sorry for the nightmares. That's okay. I'd say it was pretty victorious, but I think we got the equation wrong in the end, so... Still, it was an experience. Ugh, why so slow? Photoshop's being difficult. Whoop. This one's got thick lines, but that's because it's not going to be like a major one. Oh, dang it. Photoshop's probably decidedly upset with me that I ran all those programs while streaming and still expected to do all this stuff. And to that I say, Photoshop, you need to deal with it. When I say black holes, I mean the ones in space. Oh. They never came back from the journey of Mouth's black hole. But they're still alive? I don't know. Didn't hear them scream for like 30 months, so... That's one option. That's good. Maybe they're screaming out of joy though. Maybe they found like a... dimension that had roller coasters and... fun horror houses. I don't know. Is this still from, what you call it, Animal Crossing? Didn't recognize this tune. Might have long since moved past it, I don't know. Eh. Something about it reminds me of To the Moon. I think it's got that slight sweetness to it in the piano. I really love To the Moon. Can't wait for the Imposter Factory to come out. It's the Roost from Animal Crossing. Oh. The Roost. Oh, right. The cafe place. No wonder I haven't played the DS version for ages. And even then I missed out on 3DS. I was on Wild World. So I'm way out of date. I really hope that they add in Brewster again. I miss him. I used to love going to that place. Hanging out, having some coffee. And so forth. I feel like if I ever produce a local atmosphere half as good as the atmosphere of the Roost, then you're doing a good job. Well, the Roost is supposed to come to New Horizons, so I'm waiting. I might actually pick up New Horizons then if it does. Just to hang out there. New Horizons is supposed to get new content for the next 2 years or so. I noticed that a lot of their holidays they did the same thing over for it, didn't they? And to be honest, I don't mind that so much because I think that if you're a late adopter to New Horizons, like if you only got New Horizons this year, which I'm sure a lot of people actually did, then you would have missed out on a lot of stuff if everything was exclusive to the year. But I can also understand it for people sticking around that they want to see something new. And I think that if you can, you should be able to get as much as you get out of your games as possible. That actually plays into the whole for and against argument for game length. Like, do you think video games these days are too long? A lot of critics do think that they're too long, and I can see where they're coming when it comes to pacing and stuff. But those are video game critics who, you know, their job is to buy video games, so they get a lot of video games. As a kid, I remember spending months just to get goddamn Shrek Super Slam, which was, you know, and then I'd play that I'd play for 2 years. I couldn't afford to get every game under the sun. I mean, they got the majority of the old content in last year. Like Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Carnival. I know, but I was talking about old content simply from things we got last year versus new content that they're making this year. But I know what you mean. You're talking about like all content from the previous Animal Crossing games. Whereas I'm talking about previous content, like the Easter from last year being, from this year being the exact same as last year. But yeah, when it comes to like game length, I see where the critics are coming from, because there are games that are padded out, and if they make you take too long to complete it in such a way that it's kind of boring to play, then yeah, I can understand them wanting to make the game shorter. And there are definitely a lot of games like that. Like, I don't have time to complete a lot of my games. Especially not JRPGs. Those things take forever. Personally, I think that anyone, game makers should try and Super Mario Odyssey the situation. Like, make it not too bad to complete a game, to finish a game, but take a long time to complete it. So if you want the additional content from it, then you have it even after the ending of the game. So that's one thing I thought Super Mario Odyssey did especially well. I would have mean to undo both those things. There, bring the ear back. Like, that's the thing about Super Mario Odyssey, is I completed it last year quite quickly, but there's so much going on after the game that even now I'll put it away and then I'll come back to it and I'll just do a little more. I feel like that's the best way to have a game. Make sure that there's always something new to come back to, but not in such a way that you don't feel like you can do anything else until you beat it. Like, there's some games that I stop playing and won't come back to because I, to be honest, don't know where I am in the narrative anymore. I'm trying to remind myself as a whole conundrum. I'm going on about this stuff, but I don't think this is a full-on debate. But it is in the games industry for some reason. Again, so a lot of things, like, should video games be $70 these days? About game length, I usually don't mind. Like, I get that RPGs take a long time to finish. I like that very much. I really enjoyed the Dragon Quest and Persona. But like Nintendo games like Mario, for example, I don't expect it to take longer than 5 hours, so if it is longer, it feels obnoxious. Talking about 2D Mario games here. I get that, but I kind of feel the opposite. I prefer longer platforming games because if they're long, there's always a lot for you to do. Whereas with JRPGs, a lot of it is text, you know? And grinding. And those can be very repetitive. Like Persona 4, I completed once, I guess, but it took me ages. Same with Skyward Sword though, to be fair. That game was so linear. Could not on a boat. Like, I wouldn't mind shorter JRPGs. They don't need to have as much grind as they do. And on top of that, JRPGs are so easy to, like, add in side quests and side missions and optional things. You know? I feel like if they made the ending closer and then the additional content. But then I guess we have to worry about level scaling and stuff. That's difficult. But yeah, I can also, like, I suppose it depends how into platforming you are as well, as to whether it gets obnoxious after a bit, because, like, I could platform for an entire lifetime, but that's me. Like, platforming's one of my favorite game genres. Definitely over JRPGs. So I think the line stands in different places. I know people can find platforms quite annoying. To some degree. But once again, I guess it all comes down to the game design and level design and things like that that can really make or break a game. I used to love 2D Mario games, but now I prefer the 3D ones. To be fair, I think that 2D Mario Or like 2D platformers got pretty oversaturated for a while. 3D platformers were oversaturated, but there weren't as many like standout great ones because they're a lot harder to make. And then eventually they died out as the new big thing, which I think was practically Minecraft. Or third-person shooters, maybe? At that stage, took over. And then people moved on to making those kind of games and the 3D platforms sort of died out. But there aren't a lot of like there's a good amount, but there aren't millions of renowned 3D platformers. Whereas I think that you'll find with 2D side-scrolling platformers, there's a huge amount, but that's because it's been alive since like the NES era and throughout all of gaming history. Like I tried playing the Switch version of the new Super Mario Bros. And couldn't play it longer than 10 minutes. Okay, I get what you mean, but also to be fair, like, those new Super Mario Bros. Games can be pretty boring. Like they don't try a lot of new things. They do in some mechanics, like the power-ups, I guess. But like, it's not really new ground that the Mario Bros. Are going off to save Princess Peach in 8 colorful worlds based off of, you know, forest, ice, lava, etc., cave, etc. Like, I didn't even bother to pick up New Super Mario Bros. Deluxe or whatever it's called. You know, that one that you're referring to. Because I didn't see the point. I played the first one on the Wii, and that was fun, but it was more fun with multiplayer. And then this one looked more of the same. I guess it has some notable improvements. Probably better of the same, but yeah, there wasn't much point. My initial thought that I haven't played this game in years. If I played it, but with new additions, like Toadette and stuff, I'd feel like I was playing for the first time all over again. Yeah, I get that. But that kind of wears out quickly because it's like riding a bike. Once you're in there, it all comes rushing back and it's like you've experienced the whole thing over again. Only then you still have the rest of the game you have to get through. I've done that with a number of things. Trying to think. Like, I bounced off of I've never completed Rayman Legends before, even though it's an amazing 2D platformer. I completed Rayman Origins though, and they're quite similar, but Rayman Legends is way better, and yet I never beat it. You know? There's something about the way it promotes itself in that game. I think it's probably because of all the weird, like... I don't know, I'm getting on a tangent here. I was playing to 100% that game because it was just the old game with Toadette and Rabbit slapped into it. I couldn't hold my attention. Too much the same, you think? Or do you think it was maybe the mechanics that were like, you're just getting tired of? Because I know that with myself and Super Mario Bros., I don't like the 2D platforming mechanics. I know they're the classic ones, but they're so momentum based. And I was used to growing up with other platformer games. Like, I don't like Mario as a platformer as much as other 2D platforming games. Like Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is freaking amazing. I'll play that one for years. I think it just got too repetitive too fast. Fair enough. That Fox also a keychain holder thing. A keychain holder? God, the fox is a pet. Yes, he is. Although I suppose if you gave him keys, he could hold them for you. But how do you figure that he's a keychain holder? Curious to know. Is it his pose? Do you think there's a little hole in his tail that you can clip some rings through? Oh, we're at the Comet Observatory again. Do-do-do-do-do. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Da-la-da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-dum. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Cal has a fox keychain. Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry. I remember. He mentioned that he got a fox keychain. From his mom, wasn't it? My favorite game of all time. Yeah. Mario Galaxy is great. Although, I found it kind of hard to get back into the jumping of it after playing Mario Odyssey. I think it's because he doesn't have as many moves that he can pull for jumping. And that's fair. I think that it works better with the section he's got because of the whole gravity feature and mechanics of that. But it's difficult for me to get back into. I still want to try out Mario Sunshine though. That I've got to do sometime. Okay, we're just about done. Oops. The orchestra for Mario Galaxy, that was to die for. Honestly, having my hand in my hoodie pocket is so accurate because for some reason, if I wear hoodies, my hands get super cold. Yeah, it's always comfy to put your hand in your hoodie pocket, I've found as well. One of the coziest things about hoodies. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Man, it's such a good tune. This reminds me of my first year in high school. Which doesn't make any sense because I got this game 2 years later. Explain that. It can't be explained, it's a mystery. I think it's because it reminds me of a certain room in my house. Spent a lot of time in my first 2 years of high school, but I always came back to play Mario Odyssey. Not Odyssey, Galaxy, gosh darn it. Too much weight on that one. Too little weight on that middle one. Okay. Ah, wrong way. There we go. Now I just got to do some cross-hatching and I'm about done. I think I've missed out a lot of posts. I think I zoned out a little long. I'll check them now. Whoop. It's Battleblock Theatre, I think. Not Battleblock Theatre, sorry. Battleblock Galaxy? I don't know. I'm already messing up the name. Wouldn't take stock in whatever it is. Whatever I've called it. Okay. I think it's funny how I consider Mario Galaxy as my first ever video game. My first ever video game was probably Wii Sports or Mario Kart. Wii, because my sister got them. Yeah, but it's probably the one that left the biggest impression on you. Like, I keep telling people that my first game was Charlie the Duck. I'm pretty sure that Dad, like, gave us a bunch of, like, smaller Flash games to play before that. It's the only one I can put a name to. And it certainly had the biggest impression on my life. And that's okay. Not a big exam. But it would be kind of fun to go back in time and see what your first game actually was. Because I feel like it would surprise us. Every one of us. And I like them sometimes. Good at Galaxy is easily one of my top 5 favorite galaxies. Battle Rock, that was it. Battle Rock Galaxy is one of my top 3 favorite tracks. Also, for some reason, those two are the most nostalgic to me. Yeah, that makes sense. It's the ones that I feel like you go through the most. Because, like, even when you play it, that's where you start. And if you don't complete it, you've probably been through those 2 galaxies at least. And because everything was so fresh then, leave a lasting impression. But also those galaxies were just particularly well done, I thought. There we go. Hmm. Had to draw Larkison. Had Larkison to draw. What's your favorite game of all time? Oh wait, hang on. Well, Mario Galaxy was the first game gifted to me. First game I owned. First game I asked to play. First game I bonded over with my dad. First game I ever beaten. First game I can remember. So lastly, oh, and the game my grandpa loved watching me play. Aw, that's sweet. I think the favorite game that my dad enjoyed watching me play was Pikmin. He got really into Pikmin. Like big time. And I get that. Pikmin's a really fun game. Oh god, what's happening? Anyway, what's my favorite game of all time? That's a big question, Super Unipeg. Like of all time, you have to make me pick one? But I like so many different games for so many different reasons. Let me think. I think... Oh, let me just add in my signature. So, for example, for multiplayer, my favorite game of all time is Bomberman Blast. Plain and simple. Bomberman Blast wins outright. It's an 8-player Bomberman game, which is not that hard to find if I'm honest, but it has this one mode that was just too beautiful for words called Countdown. And it was so much fun to play at parties. So the idea of Countdown is that you play Bomberman, right, and you put down bombs, you blow each other up, yada yada. Thing is, when you get blown up, you don't die. Instead, what happens is you get a little timer on your head that counts down from 20 seconds. With that timer, you can then run into somebody else and give them that timer. And if the countdown runs down to 0, then that person is out. Now, each time someone gets blown up, they also get a counter. They can swap counters with each other by running into each other by accident or intentionally if one person has more time than you and you just want to take it from them. You can blow people up to further increase your time or decrease their time. I can't remember which, I'll have to double check. And what else? I think that's about it really. So basically, what happens, right, is that it becomes sort of like a zombie apocalypse situation where one person accidentally blows themselves up or gets blown up. Like, I tend to find that nobody wants to blow each other up because they don't want the time to start. But somebody always gets blown up in the end because it's Bomberman. And then all of a sudden, everything just goes genuinely wild because everyone's trying to escape from the guy who has a timer. And in order to block that guy off, they put down bombs so they get blown up by bombs and it begins to spread. And you're essentially just trying to out-survive your friends in this ridiculous game where you're just trading counts with each other. And like, I haven't played that game for ages. I played that game back in, I guess, high school, grade 11, which is genuinely ages ago. But that was still one of the best times I ever had playing a game. It was so amazing. I only had I had 6 people, or maybe 8 people. No, I think I had 6 people. Still, it was an awesome time. And that's probably my best game of all time, simply because of its multiplayer and the time that I spent with who I was playing with. I guess my best game solo was Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, which isn't a game that people tend to like that much. They always tend to go for normal, games, normal Kirby games, which has more linear structure. You know, you're in an overworld, you enter a door, you go through the level, you reach the end, and then you're done. That's it. But Kirby and the Amazing Mirror is more like an interconnected set of worlds where you go through one level, you run through, you might take one of the mirrors that there, transport yourself into another level, and you wind up just getting kind of lost in it. As a kid, I used to speedrun that game so much. It was so much fun for me. Because, like, you just keep going. Like, there's no end of the level. Oh, you did it. You run through one place to the next place to the next place to the next place to the next place, and then you don't know where you're going to wind up or what you're going to discover. And sometimes there are, like, dead ends that lead you to, like, a star that transports you back to the beginning of the map. But those are kind of not that common. It was just fun to, like, wander through. And you pick up an ability for one place and you see how far that ability will get you. Like, it had a much freer nature than I find most Kirby games do. I really wish that they would pick back up that structure. But I think everyone has nostalgia for every other type of Kirby game out there. Which is a little sad, but it's understandable. It also had freaking Master Hand in it though. Like, I like to think Smash Bros. Canon began when Kirby accidentally ran into Master Hand in Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but if I ever to write a comic series about Smash Bros. As a story, that's where I'd start. I know, I've thought about it a lot, probably too much. But yeah. What's everyone else's favorite games? Carl says Pac-Man's a good game. Pac-Man is. I really like Pac-Man. I also found the history of Pac-Man games quite interesting. I really want to try out Pac-Man World. It seems like the best of both worlds, even though I'm told it's a pretty mediocre platformer. Gotta try it out sometime. Oh, let me center this. One sec. I don't think you need to ask me for my favorite game anymore. That's true. To Mario Galaxy. Super Unipeg, what's yours? Oh god. There we go. Maybe I can add in like one ladder. I'd outline here. Just to separate the pants. Didn't I also use some highlight for the shoes? Go. So easy to get in trance while drawing. There's always just like a one more thing, you know? Like just one more thing you can add. And then after that one more thing, there's always another one more thing. And it's okay, because it'll be over in a second, but then you find another one more thing. Next thing you know, it's like midnight. And everyone's wondering where the hell you've been. And here I am, just one more thinging it up. There we go. Now one more thunged. My favorite game is Minecraft. I mean, since like 2012 Minecraft, just because of how it affected me as a child. Ah, how did it affect you? Affecting yourself as a child doesn't sound that strange. I mean, it's the time where we get most affected, but that kind of stuff sits with you. It's your isekai, I guess, when your world begins to like shift and you begin to realize where you are. In a new, different world, I guess. Because finally everything's rationalized for a moment. Oh well. So the drawing's about done. I think it's come out quite nicely, actually. And I felt like it was going to be a rush job, but I don't know, I think it works out. This one will definitely go on the Instagrams. How you doing over there, Todd? Good? Okay, cool. Stay frosty. Alright guys, I think I'm going to call it a night. If we want to keep talking about our favorite games and stuff, though, we can always do so in the Discord. But for now, I think it's time we say goodbye. Thanks everyone for joining, though. I think this was definitely a fun one with a lot of variety. Maybe next time I'll just make it like a bunch of different little things and end it up with a single illustration like this. So Larkison has Kirby game, which name I didn't remember. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. Unipick is Minecraft and I have Mario Galaxy. Yeah. Breath of the Wild as a sub. Oh, that's fair. Breath of the Wild is a freaking amazing game. I really like that one. It was the game that literally the NPCs had to try and convince me to finish. Like, I did so many things in that game that NPCs were like, hey, they're like, say, weren't you supposed to be the one who's supposed to be fighting Ganon sometime? I'm just like, no. Must be someone else. Yeah, not me. No. It showed me a realm of infinite possibilities. I hated survival, but that was the horror game for me. Oh, look at all these things that happen. Ah, I got a new follower. Thank you. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I missed who it was though. The text was too far away. Let me just check. One sec. Out of date, hang on. Glowlang on top. Thank you, Glowlang. I appreciate your support. Very kind, very kind. Showed me I can make everything and inspired my crazy creativity. Yeah, that is true. Like, I didn't grow up with Minecraft so much. I only found about it once I hit to university, I guess. And even then I didn't have it. I just knew people talking about it. But that is the thing, like, I feel like Minecraft was the first fully, like, supportive creative thing. Like, you had games before that, like Little Big Planet and stuff, but I don't think they're quite as accessible or as deeply woven into creativity and craft as Minecraft was. I actually really like Minecraft. Okay, you guys are gonna hate me, but I really don't like Minecraft. I can understand the creative aspect to it, but like, mining takes so long. You're just sitting there punching blocks for ages. It takes forever. Also, I'm not really a big fan of first-person games, although you can third-person in Minecraft, I know that. Making zoos and cities and castles. Nah. Then my friend accidentally deleted the world and then I stopped playing. Oh. Yeah, that must suck. Like, just lose everything. Eee. It's a bad time. I know, like, there's only one person I would play Minecraft with, which is my friend Lourdes. And like, most of the time, like, he'll have a plan and he'll want to create all these things and I'll sit around and they occasionally throw an egg at him because it's fun. But I find, like, the building things too slow in Minecraft. Probably wouldn't be in creative mode, but then I have the same problem as Dreams, where I then have to get somebody else to play Minecraft at the end of it to experience it with me. That's fine, that's why I love creative. I always make a backup. Smart. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna call it a night now though. Thanks everyone for watching, it's been fun. Yeah, I hope you all have a good evening, day, noon, whatever it is. Have a good linear time. Make sure it stays linear. Alright? Okay. Yeah. Night, guys. And Gal, Unipeg, thanks for sticking around. If there's any lurkers out there. Thank you, Nocturnal, Mogberry, also for popping in and sticking around. I'll see you later, hopefully. Yeah. Thanks for streaming. No problem. Absolute pleasure. Been a fun time. Alright, bye guys.